Greetings to all the farmers and all the extinguished guests here. Mr. Glenn Harris, the president. I'm on the executive of the JAS, and I sit there, with a group of leaders. I know Glenn is always there. And one of the things that I'm always amazed with him is, the history. He has so much history about agriculture. I don't really know much about what Glenn is doing in Mobile, but but he speaks about it all the time. But he's a real great historian and everything to do with agriculture. He knows every single thing almost sometimes, and we all learn from him from time to time, When I went on the board at JS, there's also our president. These guys have so much knowledge of agriculture over the years. And I would love to see some of this history being written, because I think young people don't really understand how much work has been put in over the years, and the accomplishment that Jamaica has made in agriculture. I think they have made a great accomplishment. When you go to like small islands or you go other places, you start to realize, that wow, Jamaica is far ahead. We have really accomplished a lot in Jamaica, especially in terms of modern technology and, a lot of things that's happening. So my name is Trevor Bernard, Small Ruminants Association. I represent goat, sheep, and rabbit. How much goat farmers are here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So a few goat farmers are here. What about rabbit? Anybody do rabbit? Nobody do rabbit. One lady around there, so. Rabbit is one of those things that, is a secret is there that, for me, rabbit eat grass and bush. It is an animal, it is a very healthy meat to eat, low in cholesterol. And rabbit meat is one of those things that, in these pandemic times, when you look at chicken, you have to buy the corn and the feeding abroad and, purchase these feedings to grow this animal. Yet still, every small farmer should have some rabbit in their backyard and growing it and just feed it on forages. Now, since the pandemic, what have I seen since the pandemic? The goat industry and sheep industry has grown tremendously, in my opinion, of what I have seen. I think agriculture actually grew during the pandemic time. I remember in the Clarendon area, because I tour the entire island all the time and I visit farmers all across the island. And when I look against the riverbanks and in those areas, people start to occupy all these little spaces, growing little things, because a lot of people were out of job. And you had some people in Kingston who have some country roots. Some of them was coming to country and plant up things. I remember I was driving through St. Elizabeth, and everybody's lawn started to turn into farm. And even if anybody saw that, I saw things like that happening across the island. And the thing that kind of discourages me a lot is the young people. I come here and when I look, I can hardly count the amount of young people that is involved in a meeting like this. And agriculture is so important to all of us. And we really have to find a way to encourage more young people to become involved in agriculture. Because agriculture has the potential and can pay you good money. Especially if you embrace modern technology and you embrace the new ways of doing things. So in the small ruminant sector, we have been pushing better housing facility. People like, some people call it hotel, but rearing goats off the ground, slatted floor, emphasizing on the nutrition. Like, people believe that goats eat grass and just love grass. Goat don't like grass. Goat like bush. That's what make them strive and make them really grow well. Sheep love grass, and sheep eat everything, And so the nutrition has been a major emphasis in a lot of the training that we have been doing over the period of time. But what has actually happened now? Do you all know that you can't get goats to buy so easily again in Jamaica? Since the pandemic, everybody is taking up goat farming. One time, I mean maybe 2-3 years ago, any of you know a goat used to sell for like about $5,000 you could get a native goat. You know that? How much you think them sell for now? Native? 30,000? 40,000? I wonder if you see the potential of goat farming in Jamaica, what the potential of it is. Hello, let me tell you something. I just saw a goat kid sell the other day, not a big goat, you know. I think that kid was about 5 months. It was sold for $270,000. Do you realize that? They just look at the potential, and guess the beauty that I love about the goat. And I always tell people, in a pandemic, if anything is going wrong and the people that ship the feeding come here to us, the bag feeding, the grains and all of this, which animals are going to survive? The goat. The goat and the sheep, they will survive because we have only bush in Jamaica. I was here looking and hear you guys talking about it. Your problem is grass. $1 million in grass. Can you believe that? This is a problem to you. Our problem is to grow more of it. People don't realize the potential. And if you hear the livestock officer talking, you know, and anywhere I go, jails, people and all of that, they don't talk about livestock and goat and growing grass. It's not in the front runner of anything. Did you know that a bale of hay, and we're talking about grass here now, is like $900, $1,400 bale? We're talking about 40 pounds of grass. Do you realize the value of grass? Grass has big potential. Do you know that Srajm Island Dairy import grass to Jamaica? Yes. When we had the drought period, I don't remember the year, a couple of years ago, maybe 3 years ago or so, when we had that big drought, Srajm Island Dairy had to import grass. I think they imported it from USA or Canada, one of them. Places like Trinidad, they have a big goat farm in Trinidad. All their feed comes from Canada. I'm talking about they are importing grass and feed material to feed their animals. There was a delegate, all of you might have seen in the news, Cayman came to Jamaica the other day. The Minister of Agriculture and a delegation was here walking across the island. I remember one of the officers telling me when they drove through Bamboo, they stand up there and say, wow, we have never seen this before. Because it's just a little small island. They don't have this beauty and all of this that we have here. And they come here because they want what we have. You know, they love our red pole cattle. They look at our goat farms. They went and looked at some of our goat farms and other agricultural stuff, or livestock stuff. Where do you think they're going to get the feeding to feed those animals? Because they are buying animals. I understand that they are going to import animals from Jamaica to Cayman. They want some of our red pole and some other stuff. Where are they going to get the feeding from? Not Jamaica, because we don't have enough of it. I don't know if you see the opportunity. They're going to probably take it from America. I think that's where they're probably getting it, because they don't have the lands that we have to produce feeding. Now, grass is a crop. People don't really realize the potential of grass. Did you know that people all the way from Westmoreland and all these places, Mr. Tark can tell you, tell them, Mr. Tark, they buy grass. How much you paying for it down that side? You have an idea? It's $1,200. $1,200. I mean, we're talking about, Mr. Tark, it probably weigh 30 pounds. Yeah. I don't even think it weigh 40 pounds. Yes.
It's a good cheese here.
You understand me? Grass. We're talking about grass. And you know where? How many places in Jamaica do we have that produces grass on a large scale to supply farmers? I probably know one or two. Two? Alright. Yes? Yes.
What does the station have a machine up there and have properties with grass?
You could have talked forward and make me hear. So yes, you are correct.
Bogles
have a station there. Remember Bogles is government?
Yes.
They have baler, tractor, cutter, this, everything you can think of. And you ask me, why is it that they are not supplying grass? Well, we have the Denby show that is going to be coming along in a few weeks' time. And I'm a part of the livestock committee. And we ask, Denby always supply us with grass for the show. They cannot supply us this year. They don't have it. They have the land. I see they have the equipment, but they can't supply the grass. I get enough milk to sell. You hear what I said to you? She cannot get enough milk to sell. She can't get it. Why can't that happen in St. James? Why is nobody looking at the growth potential of the small ruminant sector? Agree. But we have to find a way. We can't just give up, you know. We have to find a way. So, you know what you just touched on, what I like to tell people? We have to form cluster groups. We have to form cluster groups within our, in our different parishes. In those cluster groups, yes, the same ones who are in the areas are the ones doing it. But you have to form cluster groups, WhatsApp groups, and everybody. Watch out for everybody. You have to have some people around you that you trust and you know who is going to do and who. The police can't really help you, you know. The police can't really help you. If you hear, I don't remember who made the report, that 0 report of period lasting. That's what you reported, right? 0. Can you imagine St. James don't have no period lasting? That's correct. Why are they not reporting it? Why is the farmers not reporting period lasting? Are we to assume that St. James is the pride and joy, don't have no period lasting? So guess what? We have to protect ourselves. Within the cluster groups, we have to be united. We have to stand strong together. With anything you do, because you said the goat them are thief, them are thief, they crap them same way. Them are thief everything. So we can't give up. And you guys are blessed with this rainfall. You know, have rain every day here. I mean, you know, it's just amazing. So I don't want to talk too long, but I just want you to know that there is a lot of money involved and you can make out of small ruminants. It is a very, 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 very important sector, and you know, we need to look at it and talk about it. I remember a story, I will just leave with this story. There was a friend of mine, his father was on his dying bed, and he had a bungalow of stick, and he was telling me, and he had many children from many different mothers, and he said, I'm giving each one of you a stick. You take a stick from this bundle, and each of you take this stick and break it for me. Then each one of them, I think it was 7 children, took the stick and they broke the stick, and every one of them broke the stick. Then he took up a bundle of stick and he gave it to each child and said, take the bundle of stick and break it. None of them couldn't break it. You know what? That's unity is strength. Just try and remember that. You have to find the people within you and within all of you, and grow and get stronger, because you can make money. I don't think farmers are supposed to be poor. Farmers not supposed to be poor.
The system tell me you to be poor. The system.
Guess what? You can't sit down and just look at the system and expect the system to fix everything for you.
But the system is a manipulator.
That's true.
Because they are pirate and buccaneer.
Alright, that might be so. I agree with you.
I fuck on here and they pirate them.
Yes.
Every man can get long time I want this new 2000 pirate, intellectual pirate. It's worse than Henry Mark and them.
I can understand. I can understand what you're saying. But guess what? We have to work smarter. We have to work smarter. We have to be creative. And the greatest thing in life is the knowledge that you have. When you have that knowledge, you can make a change.
I know knowledge is wealth and wealth is knowledge.
That's correct. Alright, so you have to make use of that.
But that's why you are a civilization of African resurrected. But I said you are a civilization and you civilize man can't take care of himself and take care of family. You have too much infidel in a Jamaica but go around get child and taking care. That is not war of civilization.
Alright, well, I don't want to get myself in trouble, right? No, not trouble, we know that. But there's some sense in what you're saying, you know. But, you know, the last thing I want to say though, boy, we need to find a way to get young people more involved. I know that because of all of this other thing and this foolishness. But still, at the end of the day, I mean, all of your grandmothers and mothers and fathers and all of these things, we have to find a way. So we have to keep fighting on, and we have to try and make changes. And you know, we have to counsel them and keep talking to them. You know. All right. So thanks for having me.